What if I told you that you can have anything you want in life? Anything at all. The real question then becomes, what do you want? Who do you want? Right? And the thing you need to do once you know what you want is to write it down. All right? Keeping it bottled up in your head is not good enough. Thinking is one level of creation. It has a certain amount of power. Writing it down has more power. It makes it more real. Words, saying it, makes it even more real. And then the highest level of creation is action. When you're not just thinking it, not just saying it, but also taking the steps necessary to get there. I always say, with baby steps, you can climb any mountain, okay? It doesn't matter how daunting or overwhelming or big those dreams are. It might seem impossible. Break it down. What is the next smallest step that will get you closer to that goal? You will find that after 100 or 1,000 steps, you're almost maybe there, right? But when you were earlier down there, it seemed really hard. Now, the reason it's so important to write down, it doesn't matter if you're writing it down on pen and paper, in your phone, on your desktop, doesn't matter. The point is, write it down in a list. Always have a list of exactly what it is that you want and what you need to do. Because imagine a genie popped up in your head, or it just appeared out of nowhere, right? And they said, you got 1 minute to give me all your wishes. Tell me what your wishes are. Well, if you're gonna sit there and have to think, something is wrong, okay? You should know exactly what you want. You should live your life with purpose, all right? And if you don't know exactly what you want right now, it's okay. Start brainstorming. Start writing it down. The list doesn't have to be perfect. I have lists for everything, and I'm constantly updating them and refining them. I have a daily to-do list. I have a shopping list. I have a list for my dreams. I have a list where I pretend that if money was no object, what would I do? And throughout the year, I just keep adding to this list. And then you know what happens? Eventually, I always look back at this list, and then I start to realize, hey, I could actually do some of these things. Because I do have the means to do it now. While back then, it seemed kind of out of impossible. But you got to start doing this. You got to be clear. That's the most important thing I got to tell you. Clarity. Okay? Be clear, write it down, draw it, whatever it is that you need to do, and start taking the steps necessary. The saying, ask and it is given, is so important, and it works because you can't ask and get something if you don't know what you're asking for. If you have nothing to ask for, then you're not going to get anything, right? So that saying, ask and it is given, holds some power, right? Because clarity is required. Focus is required. For the next video, I will go in a little more detail about how to make your life more productive with lists, to-do lists, and all that. Because that's very important, and that's how I get my stuff done efficiently. Okay? Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.